Yep, I am doing record now.
Okay.
Hasno.
Yes.
All right, so you are back. So you'll be doing the president's opening address, right?
You can step in, no problem.
Sorry?
Okay, no problem.
Oh, yeah, okay. Or else I actually prepared as well, but since you are
Okay.
back, so I was.
No
Yeah,
problem.
you'll
You better
Oh,
chip in for the
oh, okay. All
presentation.
right.
I will do
Yeah.
the closing.
Okay, sure. I can do it.
Okay,
So
good.
now I start, right?
Yes.
Okay. Hi guys, I know you are excited for this meeting tonight. So am I. I'm Kim Leong, your SAA for this evening. I know we are 1 minute late, but I would like to kickstart the meeting now. First, there are some house rules of the meeting. Stay muted at all times unless your turn or you are being asked to speak. And turn on your webcam. We want to see your face and experience the Toastmasters meeting to the fullest. Next, prepare a glass of water because we'll have a toast ceremony. And don't forget to rename yourself. And please do not record or screen capture. Everyone is welcome to be an active and supportive listener for the speakers tonight. Sit back and relax and enjoy. With that, I would like to call the president to give his opening speech.
Thank you, Gingrang. As you can see, I'm not the president, I'm the grammarian of the day. But because just now before the meeting, our president Hasno did mention that he might be late. So I actually stepped in for the president's opening. And since this is going to be the last meeting that I get to enjoy to join you guys until July. So thanks Hasno for the airtime, and I got my speech slot, so to speak. So ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster and guests, my name is Yi, and I'm acting in as the president as I'm delivering this opening address. Now, talk about a little bit about the meeting theme today. So the meeting theme for today is less is more. Now, for our members who know me well, being the ever bubbly energizer bunny in the club, I always speak a lot. I tend to write a lot of long sentences after sentences, and I over explaining things because I'm so afraid that what if the others cannot understand what I mean? So that is why I always run over time for all my speeches, my evaluations, and our timer, Ashley, will always have to be do me to chase me out. So this happened to me even during my contest, my evaluation contest and my international speech contest. But I've been learning a lot, especially from Chen Chun. There was once he told me this, editing does not take away message. In fact, it does the opposite. So just imagine by having a shorter route, it actually creates a less bumpy ride for the audiences. And it gives us, as the speaker, the luxuries of taking more stops and to enjoy the scenery. So in speech, you get to enjoy building the connection with your audience and to even immerse yourself in the laughter of the audience with the shorter speech. So every time you're writing your speech or you're crafting your message, instead of asking yourself, what it is not enough, ask yourself, is that a better way or a shorter way I can deliver my message? So all in all, less is more. Keep it short, sweet, and simple. Just like what Winston Churchill say, a good speech should be like a woman's skirt. It should be long enough to cover the essential part, but short enough to create curiosity. So that is my sharing on the meeting theme for today, less is more. And we do have a few guests today that I would like to have our guests to also introduce themselves, tell us how do you get to know about Elite Toastmaster or Toastmaster International, and why you are joining what is the reason of you joining the meeting today, or perhaps how we can help you in terms of public speaking or leaderships, and also your opinion about the meeting theme today. Less is more. So with that, can I get the guest? Can I get Kia to share us your thought, and you could turn on your video if it is possible. If not, it is fine. Yeah, Kia, over to you.
Okay, hi, thank you for the invitation. Okay, wait, let me try my video. Can you see? Hi.
Hi, Kia.
Okay, so how I came across, hi, it's Kivya actually, Kivya.
Oh, Kia.
Okay,
Kivya.
so how I came across Elite, yeah. Okay, so how I knew Elite Toastmaster is through a friend, because I used to be active in public speaking in my university and all. So I wanted to continue that interest and build more in it. So my friend actually told me like, okay, you should try Toastmaster. So when I randomly Googled, I came across a handphone number. So I just tried it.
All right, thanks, Kivya. And apparently
Thank you.
our VPN has done a good job getting us to be on the top of the search when you search on Google. All right, moving on, we'd like to get perhaps Billy to share us more about yourself.
Hi, I'm Billy, and I am an engineer who works in the oil and gas industry. Like once upon a time, when I was applying for the business school, after I get the interview, I failed to get the offer for my MBA, and I strongly believe that this is my interview who damaged, the offer. And since then, I trying to like improve my communications and presentation skill. And via the random Google search, I found this card.
All right. Okay, cool. And I hope that this meeting and this platform will be able to help you with your needs. And again, thank you to our VPN for making sure we are on top of the search on the Google. All right. And moving on, we'd like to get the third guest, Isaac, to introduce yourself and tell us more about yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Isaac. This is first time joining Toastmasters meeting. I hope to learn more from you guys. I mean your club.
All right, Isaac, I can hardly hear you just now, but yeah, welcome. I can hear you are saying that this is your first time joining Elite. Welcome to our club, and you are always be welcome to join us again and again. And moving on, we have another guest who actually joined us from the last meeting, if I'm not mistaken. Is that the same Chris that actually visited us during the last meeting? Chris, could you turn on your video if it is possible, and just tell us more about yourself?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
All right. Yes, I actually participated in the last Toastmaster Elite meeting. So this will be my second time attending. As for the other questions, I actually got to hear about Toastmaster through an acquaintance of mine. He actually participated in a meeting before and he recommended it to me because I was a student in a communications course. So I thought that by attending this sort of meetings, I would be able to improve in my presentation skills and overall speaking. So that's generally one of the reasons why I came here, to try and improve overall.
All right, thank you so much, Chris, and it's great to see you again. It means that we were doing quite good for our past meeting, and that's why you're back. Yeah, it's good to see you again. So with that, I would like to pass over the control to Joanna. Is Joanna here? As we are going to have one of the special. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna have one of our special segment that is only exclusively in Elite, where we always celebrate with a simple toast to kickstart our meeting. With that, I would like to pass over the control to Joanna.
Thank you, Yi. Can you guys hear me? All loud and clear? Yes? Yes. If yes, give me a thumbs up or any hand clap sign or yeah. Okay, so for our team tonight, as we all know, this team, I'm sure a lot of you will have heard this term less is more, right? So let me jump straight into it. If I can actually relate this quote/team to my life, it will definitely be related to the concept based on the value of simplicity, that's one, and that by having less, you can actually create a life of more. So you can still feel secure and happy with less because you're gaining so much more value in your life. And imagine and track back to this, right? When you're a little baby, you only need one pacifier. And yes, life is good, right? You only need probably one smelly pillow or bolster, and you can sleep through the night. And your mom and dad are probably like, oh, thank God. And as you grow up into adulthood, you don't actually need a lot of friends. Yes, maybe in high school or primary school, you have a lot of peer pressures to do a lot of things. But as you grow into adulthood, into the society and working, you will come to this realization that you only need that one or two that will stand by you and supports you no matter what. And even now that we are adulting, in our adulting life, you only need one Toastmasters club to keep you on your feet and challenge you all the time. So what I'm trying to say here is this, guys. With this whole concept of less is more, and especially with our recent challenging situation, we have also came to realize that when staying at home with our family and we are being cut away from all our usual stuff like going out on weekends, going for drinks and catching up and whatnot. But if you look at all that, until today, we are all of us are still here alive and well. So in that sense, it is true to the very essence of less is more. So what I want to tell you guys is this, that whenever you feel that life is a bit too much to handle, or you feel that why you're unhappy or keep wondering why you don't have a lot of things in life, try to take a step back and just realize these three things. If you have a bed to sleep on, you have a roof above your head, and you have food on your table to keep your stomach warm, then yes, life is actually quite good already. So with that in mind, guys, and like me, I only need one cup of coffee to last me through the whole entire day. Literally the whole day, guys. So if you can, all of you have your glasses of your favorite beverage of any kind, just so bring it up with me and we will do this toast of less is more and have a happy life. On the count of three, everyone. 1, 2, 3. Cheers. Less is more. Have a happy life. Now I'll pass it over back to Aruna or Yi.
Aruna.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you so much, Joanna. Unlike you, I need 3 to 4 cups of coffee to sustain me throughout the whole day.
Nice.
Before I start, hi Aizat, nice of you to join us. Aizat was visiting Speakcom, I think 2 days ago when I went as a guest of Christopher. He's from Kajang Toastmasters Club. Sorry we couldn't hear you earlier, Aizat. Okay, hi everyone.
No problem.
Welcome to Elite Toastmasters meeting 154. I'm Aruna and I'm going to be your big woohoo from everyone. Aunties, hi. No sound. Excellent, excellent. Are you all ready for a fun-filled meeting tonight? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Excellent. Excellent, everyone. Less is more, but in Elite, no matter if it's less, we still expect more. Please, if life gives you lemons, please make your own lemonade and drink it with a smile. Fellow Toastmasters, for the sake of the guests, let me just bring you back on memory lane to the history of Toastmasters. Toastmasters was founded by Dr. Ralph C. Snedley in 1905 in YMCA. It was a small men's club, and it was in Illinois, USA. Fast forward to 2021, Toastmasters is found in 143 countries around the whole world with 16,000 clubs worldwide and more than 300,000 Toastmasters worldwide. For the benefit of the guests, if you enjoyed today's meeting, please do consider joining us in Elite Toastmasters. We will be happy to have you and we're always looking for more members because we expect more. For today, we're going to have 3 sessions for this meeting. There will be one, the impromptu speaking, which is going to be table topics. How exciting. I really hope all the guests will participate and, show how sporting you are. Number 2 is going to be the prepared speech session. And this will be the chance for our Toastmasters to showcase how their Toastmasters journey has truly benefited them and to make their mentors really proud. The mentors have worked very hard behind the scenes to encourage all the members to improve their speaking and also leadership skills. Good luck to everyone. Of course, tonight we have a very special speech which is a high performance leadership path, and it's a stepping stone towards DTM for our fellow Mama Bear, Diane Law, who can't wait to hear that speech. And finally, the final part of our meeting for tonight is evaluation and feedback. All great speeches must be evaluated. If not, there is no way for us to learn and grow as speakers and good leaders. Don't you all agree? Fellow Toastmasters, I'm not alone tonight. I have a host of role players who will be helping me to make this meeting a big success for tonight. Our general evaluator will introduce himself towards the end of the meeting. And I have got another 3 other role players whom I'm going to call up tonight to read out what their roles are. Can we start off with our ever cheerful, ever bubbly Energizer Bunny, our grammarian for the night, Yi Yi. Thank you, Yi Yi. Please tell us the word of the day and please introduce us to your role as the grammarian. Over to you, Yi Yi.
Thank you so much to my Energizer buddy and bunny, Aruna. All right, so as the grammarian for today, as the grammarian for today, I'm responsible for introducing the word of the day. The word of the day is, wait a moment, let me check it out. Efficacious, efficacious. All right, the example of the usage is, joining Elite Toastmaster meeting is the most efficacious way of releasing my stress and boosting my energy. So the definition and the usage of the word can be found at the bottom of the meeting agenda. And I actually changed the example if you noticed that. And I will record those participants who properly use the word of the day. And also I'll be commenting on the use of the English language throughout the course of the meeting, including any outstanding use of the English language. I'm also watching for the 7 scenes of grammar, which include using double negatives, double comparison, such as more, smarter, extra words, incorrect verb tense, confused adjective and adverbs, inappropriate pronouns use, and disagreement of subject and verb. All right, with that, everyone, can I get everyone to unmute yourself and together, let us say the word of the day, efficacious. All right, everyone, please unmute yourself. On the count of 3.
Efficacious.
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 Efficacious. I love the echo of it. All right, with that, I'd like to pass back the control to the Toastmaster of the evening, Aruna.
Thank you, Energizer Buddy EE. Fantastic. That was a very efficacious grammarian introduction. Thank you so much. Now, I would like to introduce our next role player, who is a first-time role player for this role, the R counter. Welcome, Juliana. Please let us know how important the role of the R counter is. Take it away.
Sure, thank you, TME Aruna. So as R counter, I will be listening very carefully for the use of vocal pauses and clutch words such as you know. I will also note when the speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, or this means. This is known as a double clutch. I will keep track of everyone and report at the end of the meeting on who best controlled their use of filler words. Back to you, TME Aruna.
Thank you very much. Oh goodness, Thank you very much, Toastmaster Juliana. I think I'm going to create some R counter extra reports for tonight for myself. And I'm thinking it's going to be 14 or 15 of the ers. Sorry, Juliana. Stop counting after number 14, okay?
Okay,
Now,
noted.
let's come on now. Let's pass it on to the Rolex of the meeting. And no meeting is ever complete without our role of the timer. Can I please invite President Hasnul to tell us how important the role of the timer really is? Over to you.
Thank you, Aruna. I'm glad I'm able to attend for our efficacious meeting today. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, as timer and the Rolex for today's meeting, I will time the table topics, speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluations. I also will alert each speakers of their time when they have left using the color of green, yellow, and red card on my background, which denote specific times remaining. Therefore, please alert, yeah? That's all for me. Back to you, Aruna.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hasnul. Fellow Toastmasters, less is more. In this pandemic situation, we've realized that we have less time for our physical meetings, less time to be with family up close and personal, less time on the road, less time out, less time in school. However, on the plus point, we realize that all of us have become more tech savvy. I certainly have. We've become closer to each other because we make sure that we attend every single meeting and we make sure to attend every single possible contact that we can have with each other. We make sure that we make sure that we enjoy the little things in life. We make sure that we spend enough time with our family. And finally, I think the environment has actually blossomed because finally, after 10 years, we have realized that we have Sakura in Malaysia, which we've never bothered to open our eyes and see before. Fellow Toastmasters, less is definitely more. Now, we have come to a very exciting part of our meeting, which is going to be the impromptu speaking session. I'd like to invite Toastmaster Ashley Yo, who is going to host our table topic session for tonight. I hope all of you are prepared because we are going to pick you and you will be speaking in an impromptu fashion. Where are you, Toastmaster Ashley?
Hi, I'm here. Hi, Aruna.
Excellent.
Thank you very much. Hi.
Over to you,
Hi,
Toastmaster
everyone.
Ashley.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you, TME, Aruna. I always love your energy level. I really love how you host the whole overall sessions. Well, everyone, welcome again here. So now we have come to this impromptu speech, or we call it as a table topic sessions. And this is the sessions that each of the speaker that who speak, you will be given like 2 minutes to speak. And at the 1 minute, our timer will show the background of green color, and 1.5 minutes, meaning 1 minute and 30 seconds, then the background will be in yellow. And when it comes to 2 minutes, so the background will be in red. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, that means that the speech have to stop. So this is how this speech is being conducted. And what are the benefits of it for our guests for today, right? This is a session is definitely very, very exciting. It comes with quite a number of benefits. The first thing is it will help you to promote blood circulations because your heart will definitely pump faster. So it actually promotes blood circulation. That is the first benefit. The second thing is it will keep you alert, not only for these sessions, but for this overall meeting. And the third thing is you after joining these sessions, you will feel a lot of fulfillment because you felt that you have finally take your first step out and speak. So are you ready to take these benefits away, my dear members and guests here? Can I see a nod from all of you? Okay, great. So now let's take less time to think and take more time to volunteer yourself. Okay. Can I have the first volunteer? All right. Okay, with the count of three, no volunteer. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me invite our guest. Billy, are you there? Hello, Billy, are you there? Thank
Yeah, oh
you.
my God, I'm the first one.
Yes.
I'm new to here. I'm so nervous and
It's okay. This is a session to train you to think on the feet and organize your thought immediately and deliver your speech out. So, well, now, are you ready to take away all the benefits that I mentioned just now? Blood circulation, pumping, promotes blood circulation, alert, and fulfillment.
yeah,
So, are
I
you
worried
ready?
I will. Hopefully, I will not heart attacks.
Okay, now, Billy, I give you like 5 lucky numbers. Now, you just choose the most lucky number that you want. And I'll
Is
give
it
you your
5,
1 to 5.
3?
3. Okay. Billy, we are more selfish than we like to admit. We are more selfish than we like to admit, Billy.
We
Floor
are
is yours.
then I cannot hear the last few words.
Okay, let me repeat again. We are more selfish than we like to admit. We are more selfish than we like to admit. Yeah.
The last word is happy, is it?
Admit.
Admit.
Admit. I admit that I did wrong. Admit. Yeah. Thanks, KJ, for the chats that type the topic.
So difficult. I have no idea.
It's okay. Just try. It's okay. Just try.
Very tough. I don't know how to answer this question.
Ashley, it's our first time guest. Be kind. Give a simple question, please.
A simple question, sir. Okay. All right. Okay. A simple one. Okay. Less spending equals to more money. Less spending equals to more money.
Spending. Oh no. Let me try.
Okay, great.
Less spending.
It's okay, Billy. Just say whatever is on your mind.
Really, I spend a lot. I don't know like how is less spending. Sometimes like people will tend to attract to like Apple's or like MacBook latest release, and people are tend to draw to those like the marketing like like Apple trying to like advertise like the wonderful picture like 10 megabytes like had a very wonderful photo by using the iPhone, for example, latest iPhone 12. But sometimes it is unnecessary. For example, you already have like iPhone 10, for example. You don't need to upgrade, spend extra money to purchase another iPhones. Like, like each year Apple will launch like latest MacBooks or iPad Pro. Sometimes, most of the time, actually, it's unnecessary for you to spend like maybe like 5K or 6K, and you can use the extra money to really like invest for better purpose rather than simply spend on those unnecessary stuff.
All right. Thank you, Billy. Thank you. Very good try. That's your first attempt. Very good, Billy. So I hear you. So basically, don't spend that much of money, right, to buy like the latest model iPhone. All right. Thank you, Billy. Good try. Very good attempt.
Welcome.
Yay. All right. Can I have my second volunteer here? Okay, if no volunteers, then I will pick from here again. All right, so the next one I would like to have, can I invite Kivya, Kivya, Kivya.
Yeah, Kivya. Hi.
Hi, Kivya.
Mm.
Hello, Kivya.
Hello. Hi. Can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
great.
you.
Yeah, good to
Okay.
see you. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, Kivya,
Okay.
can you please choose 1, 2, 4, and 5? Which is your lucky number?
I go with 5.
Okay, great. Number 5, the topic is
Okay.
buying more clothes make me feel satisfied. Kivya,
Okay.
buying more clothes make me feel satisfied.
Okay, I like this topic because it kind of suits me. Okay, I call it shopping therapy because when I have more clothes, I feel confident because I get to style them in different ways, and I don't get bored wearing the same outfit. So when I go out, I feel confident that okay, before I step out of the house, I know that I can choose from a variety of clothes, and I can feel confident when I look good in the mirror. So I feel satisfied. Like okay, or maybe if I'm down or anything, when I go for shopping, it's like a shopping retail therapy. And then when I have more clothes, I feel like okay, I don't have to worry about any occasion because I'll have I know that I can actually have an attire for it. Yeah. What else? Having more clothes make me satisfied. Maybe it helps me to keep up with the current trend. So I know I don't look lame in the crowd, or people don't think like, why am I wearing always the same outfit? So maybe I get to, I feel satisfied because I get to keep up with the trend. Maybe, yeah. What else? I can't think of any. I think that's all.
All right, thank you, Kivya.
You.
Very good. This is a great job, Kivya. So I like the words that you mentioned about the shopping therapy, retail therapy. Definitely, it is one of my therapy as well. And in fact, I have this thought of like visiting your wardrobe one day to see what are the
Ooh.
clothes that you have, since that you have this therapy. All right, thank you, Kivya. Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Okay, let's invite our third volunteer, third table topic speaker here. Any of our members here would like to take up this table topic? Our role today. Dun, dun, dun,
You
dun.
challenge selfish.
Okay. Oh, so Ming
Ashley,
you want to try?
ask
You want
Isaac.
to?
You.
Ask Isaac.
Isaac. Okay. Hi, Isaac. Are you there?
Isaac.
Isaac. Hello. Isaac. Can you unmute yourself?
Yes,
Hi,
I'm
Isaac.
here, but suddenly I'm not here.
Suddenly you're not here, but I see you. You are there. So okay, let's pick your lucky number. And 5. Sorry, 1, 2, and 4. Yes.
4. Can you hear me? Actually, I said 4.
4. Okay. This is can hear you. Less doubting equals to more believing. Isaac.
Less doubting, more believing. I want to think. If I less doubting, do I have more believing? But what do I believe in? Actually, I don't have any story of this, but let me share to you my first table topic session. When I first joined the first table topic session, I do not know how to say. I remember at that time, I do not know what is the attire, the proper attire that I should wear on that day. I remember I only wear a t-shirt, a plain white t-shirt with a track suit to the Toastmaster meeting. At first, I didn't know what is Toastmaster is all about. And suddenly my name has been called. Isaac, please step forward. I was like, okay. The topic now is, sorry, I forgot what it. But it was so bad that I don't want to remember it. And at that time, I believe that everyone is laughing like crazy. I thought that, oh, this is Toastmaster. It's all about to laugh at the people who can speak. But I do not give up. I believe that one day I can be a better speaker throughout Toastmaster meeting, which is proven to be efficacious, improving your life and your confidence. And now I have win hundreds of Toastmaster sessions, whether in English or in different language. Back to you.
Wow, thank you, Isaac. Wow, can see that you are an experienced speaker and very calm in your delivery. Well done, well done. All right, thank you. Can I check with our timer, Hasnul? Do we have more time for the another speaker for our table topic?
No, we don't have sufficient time.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you, Hasnul. Thank you, our timer. Well, and thank you everyone for your great appreciation. It is really a great session, which is very exciting. I hope that you enjoyed it. And now I would like to pass back the time back to our TME, Miss Haruna.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashley. I love the table topic session, very philosophical topics. And thank you all guests for volunteering yourself. You weren't volunteered, but you know, you made the best of it. Now, could I ask Toastmaster Kim Leong, our SAA, to please pull up the vote so that all of us can vote for our best table topic speaker for tonight. And 3, 2, 1. Have you all cast your votes? Yes? Excellent. Okay, could I ask Toastmaster Kim Leong as well? I think now it's time for our photo session. Could everyone please turn on your cameras and give us your best smile? Let me check. Is everyone's camera on?
Sorry, Anuna.
Ashley, I don't see you.
Sorry, Anuna.
Yeah.
Table
Sorry?
topic evaluations.
Oh, sorry. sorry. I'm so excited over photo session apparently. Sorry, Toastmaster Suwan. I would, of course, all great speeches must come with a very good evaluation session so that we can learn and grow together. Stop laughing. I would like to invite Toastmaster Suwan to please give us his evaluation session. Over to you, Toastmaster Suwan.
Thank you, Aruna. Thank you so much. And let's give Aruna a very big applause. Yes, and give her a very big thumbs up. If you don't know, Aruna actually worked in Sungai Buloh Hospital. You see, after work, she still has this much of energy, and I mean, she's wonderful, right? Yes. And thank you, Ashley, again for such very intrigued and very related to our topic today. First off, Billy, where are you? Oh, you turned off your camera already. Yeah, Billy, good job. Good job, right? This being your first time table topics, you don't know what to expect. And yeah, you actually very authentic, very direct. You just go ahead and tell the table topic master, actually, I don't know what you mean by that topic, and everybody rushing in to helping you. But I love how you have all this background ready and you have all this energy prepared to speak. And the first word come out of your mouth is, I actually spend a lot of money. Okay, I don't know how it's less spending equal to more money. You being very authentic. You being really true to yourself. Yes, I spend a lot of money, but you quickly come out with an example of iPhone. Come on, man. Why do you have to buy iPhone 12? You have iPhone 10. Wait until iPhone 20, iPhone 30, right? That being a very good example because that's very relatable to us. Everybody here has a phone, and of course, phone coming out every single year. And my suggestion to you, Billy, is come up with one face. Come up with the face because table topic is too short. It's only 2 minutes. And if you come up with one face that you want to emphasize with, less spending equals to more money, or more spending equal to less money. So come up with one face so that we can remember it, repeat it at the beginning, and also end with that face. That's how you make it more memorable. Thank you, Billy. Kudos. Good job. Try again next time. Kiva. You're welcome. Kiva. Yes, Kiva. Wow. When you start to speak, you speak with efficaciously and you speak with confidence, right? You have this hand gesture. I really like how you express yourself more and you come out with this term, right? What's that? Shopee therapy, retail therapy, right? Buy things. And actually, I forgot about your topic. Hold on a second. Your topic is buying more clothes make me certified. I think this topic is just suit you and you're trying to justify by buying more clothes make you more certified. And I really like your hand gesture. Or perhaps a little bit suggestion for you is you can take a pause. You speak very, very fast, right? You can take a pause between one point to the other point because table topic is too fast. If table topics only 2 minutes and you try to squeeze everything in within that 2 minutes, you will lose the connection with the audience, right? So repeat again what's the topic title and end with the topic title again. And of course, in the middle, you can slot in your example and your justification why buying more clothes make you more happy. Good job, Kiva. And last, Aizat. Where's Aizat? Oh, Aizat, I see you. You don't see me. Did you see me? I see you. Yes, I love how you try to open it with a little bit of humor, try to make yourself ease and make the audience ease. Aizat, less doubting, more believing. Yes, I love how you straight go into your experience of first joining Toastmasters. You don't know what is Toastmaster, you don't know what is to expect from Toastmasters, and your first experience as a table topic speaker. I thought your pace is steady. I like that. I can follow with what you say. And I love your intonation as well. You try to so embarrassed, so bad, right? I love your intonation of your word and your expressions. Perhaps my suggestion for you is you might want to try this thing called this. Okay, so you don't have to hold your microphone because I want to see your hand, right? So you don't actually have to hold your microphone because with more hand gesture, express yourself better, right? And the next suggestion is eye contact, right? So for example, we nowadays heard about Zoom fatigue. It's not Zoom fatigue, it's boring fatigue. So first thing to have that engagement, to have that eye contact to the camera. So when you have the eye contact to the camera, you can engage and connect with the audiences, right? So you can think, you can take a time to think, but most of the time, just look at the camera. Yeah. And again, applaud you for your courage to try the table topics again. So all in all, we have three guests to try today. Try our table topics today. Very good courage, very daring, and very, very good. Okay. So thank you. Back to you, Aruna. I hope.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suwan, for that very, very philosophical review of the table topics. I loved it very much. I loved your expressions. And lovely. I really loved it. Now, I think I will call our SAA to take a photo, or is it going to be EE to take a photo? Someone please check everyone's camera. Please turn on your cameras and put on your best smile. And now is not the time to put lipstick on, okay? You should have put it on by now. Okay,
Sure,
who's taking the photo?
Yeah, I can take it. All right. I can see Rachel turning on her video. Nice. Can I have, okay, Taylor, Chen
Who are the rest?
and Taylor, Vanessa. All right. Okay, Chen also driving. Okay. Drive safe. Taylor, Vanessa, I'll be counting down in 5 seconds. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Let me take a check. All right, let me check on the photo. Great. All right, all good. Back to you.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, I'll need to check with our Rolex for tonight. Toastmaster Hasno, do we have time for a short break? Toastmaster Hasno?
Yes. If you ask me whether
How
we have
long?
we have 3 minutes for our short break.
Thank you. Okay, everyone, 3 minutes, and we'll be back at 8:50. See you all soon.
Yi.
Kim Leong.
Kim Leong?
So now let's continue. And now the next session will be
Back to me.
prepared speech.
Back to me.
Back to Aruna. Yeah, sorry.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kim Leong. All right, sorry for all the hiccups. We are all brand new and first timers in our role for tonight, but excellent. Kudos, well done to everyone. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kim Leong. Yes, now it's time for the second half of our meeting for tonight, the prepared speech sessions. We're going to start off with our first speaker, Taylor Yap, who will be attempting the innovative planning path, Project 1 from Level 3, Connect with Storytelling. But before we start, could I please invite her speech evaluator, Vance Ngo, to please read out her speech objectives. Vance, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Over to you.
All right. Thank you, Aruna. The purpose of this speech is for the member to practice a skill need to connect with an unfamiliar audience. And back to you, Aruna. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Vance. To plan or not to plan? Taylor Yap. Taylor Yap, to plan or not to plan? Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aruna. Actually, for my pathway will be project 2, level 2. So we'll be connect with the audience. But thank you, evaluator, Vance already getting the right one. And my speech title tonight will be not this one, to plan or not to plan, but it's something about charisma mix. So thank you. I would like to start my speech right now. Have you experienced this in your life? You can be a great employee and produce a lot of great work, but if you lack of charisma, your more charisma colleague with the same amount of experience get promoted before you do. Like example, I'm in the startup industry. You have a fantastic business plan, but you are lack of charisma. You find it's nearly impossible for you to source for funding for your business. Well, in the meantime, there are more charisma entrepreneurs with a worse idea will have tons of investors knocking on his door. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. If you are lack of charisma, you simply need to settle for a life of fewer opportunity. Yes. Or do you? If you look at let me tell you about this. If you look at the early presentation of this Steve Jobs, you will notice that he wasn't nearly a charisma as he was later in life. In his initial presentation, he was bashful, over, and a little bit too tech nerdy guy. However, in the following years, Steve Jobs impresses with the good speech and is very charismatic in the stage. From that, it's proven by Steve Jobs, you actually can develop your charisma from practice. We always have this assumption that charisma is something you naturally born with it. But charisma isn't a gift. Charisma is actually a skill that you can develop. So lucky for you to joining Toastmaster tonight. I'm gonna reveal this tactic about this one. But before that, before you even developing charisma, do you know what is a charisma? Okay, let me tell you about this one. When you meet a charismatic person, there seems to have a magnetic quality about them to draw you to go near to them. When you walk into a room, you notice about them. When you talk to them, when they talk, you will listen and ask for a favor. When they ask for a favor, you are eager to help. The secret is here. From what I study, charismatic people have proposed 3 positive qualities. The 3 positive qualities will be the number 1, power, warmth, and the last one will be presence. Of course, you can see there's a power, warmth, and presence in like Steve Jobs and like Oprah Winfrey. It's a rare combination of power, warmth, and presence that make these people personality so magnetic. But not only these people convey power, warmth, and presence, they do so in the way that appear so effortless and very nature. Do you want to know? So how can you and I can learn to convey these 3 qualities and authentically increase our charisma? The best way to convey this power, warmth, and presence is to have a very right mental stage before you even started a social interaction. For example, an Olympic athlete have shown one of the most effective way to put yourself in a right mental stage from conducting visualization. If you have a right visualization in your mind, before you even start a social interaction, your body language will naturally adapt to this visualization, because your body gonna think this thing is gonna be real. And from this social interaction with other people, you induce the feeling of power, warmth, and presence in your body will be conveyed to people like what we're trying to say. Like when you walk inside a room, I always like to think myself is a gorilla. If you are a big gorilla, when you walk inside a room, you can take up a lot of space. And people need to get out of your way to make space for you. So if you are a big gorilla, you are a territorial animal. and you like to stand up and fist for your chest. I found that you visualize yourself walking into the room as a big gorilla is just what I need to loosen up the tension in my shoulder, open up my posture, and stand tall. All of this which convey a sense of power to other people. The next one, I will explain about how to do a warm visualization. When you think about warm, I always think about one of the members in our club. That's our Mama Bay. Mother always give the good feeling or the warm feeling to their child and creating this good energy. So from what I can do from here, you can imagine everyone that you meet have an angel wing. But why angel wing? Well, every angel has to perform a series of good deeds in their life to become an angel. This means that everyone you meet will have performed a good deed worthy of making them an angel. Maybe their good deed was rescuing a children from a fire, taking care of dying parents. When you meet someone with angel wings, you are fascinated by their background, you are curious about what good deed they have been done in life, and you will assume they are a good person. All of these which naturally will convey a sense of warmth. The last one will be a visualization to convey presence. When you convey a sense of presence, you make people feel like they have your full attention. Having this effect is incredibly hard because our mind loves to wander. So a great way to stop your mind from wandering and bring your attention back to the present moment is to focus on the sensation in your body. Think back at to a time that you stuffed your toes. Wasn't it hard to think about anything else other than the pain in your toes? So you're experiencing at the moment any sensation that happening in our body is happening in the present moment. If we simply focus on that sensation, our attention is brought back to the present moment. However, you don't really need to step your toes to redirect your attention back to the present moment. You simply need to take a second to notice any feeling in our toes. This could be the feeling of your toes touching the floor, or the fabric on your sock. For an easy remember visual, I would like to imagine my brain being transferred down into my big toes. That brain in my toes can detect a slightest sensation in my toes. By conducting this visualization and concentration on my toes, I notice that my awareness shift from the thought in my head down to the body and into my toes. Once my attention in my toes is present, I can redirect my full attention to person that I've been talking to the next. This will naturally convert a sense of presence. So if you want to take a first step to developing more charismatic, start putting yourself in the right mental stage. Before you start social interaction, imagine that you are a big gorilla walking into the room, and imagine that everyone you meet is an angel wing, has an angel wing, and imagine that your mind dropping down to your toes by engaging this visualization before you having an interaction. Your body language and your voice will come across as more powerful. I really thanks about this experience into exploring how to be a charismatic person. And this is what I able to summarize and share to you guys. And I really hope that it's helping. Thank you, everyone. Back to you, Toastmaster Aruna.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Taylor. Yup. I can't forget, now I'm not going to get it out of my mind that when you walk into the room, you have to look like a gorilla. Waxing is going to be real hell. Okay, we're running a bit late. Now, without further ado, I'd like to invite our second speaker, Rachel Leong. She is going to attempt her persuasive influence path, project number 2 from level 3. First speech, deliver social speeches. But before she speaks, could I please invite her evaluator, Toastmaster Mingyan, to read out her speech objectives. Over to you.
Thank you, Aruna. Her purpose statement of this project is for her to practice delivering social speeches in front of club members. Good luck, Rachel. Over to you, Aruna.
Rachel Leong, a toast. A toast. Rachel Leong, over to you.
Thanks, Aruna Mingyan. I'm getting married this year. So my to-be husband and I have mentally sailed across the world in search of inspiration for our own wedding vows. And if you were with us on the journey, you would have seen Golden Gate bridges of courage. You would have heard birds chirping, songs of courtship. But none of these things can compare to the greatness of one thing. And this one thing, you don't need a travel permit for. This one thing is immune even to our government playing Scrabble with MCO, CMCO. And it is my parents' marriage. And I'd like to propose a toast. Big jug. I'd like to propose a toast to mom and dad on your incredible marriage. But first, allow me to share the golden principles from your relationship. First things first, you both agree to disagree. A very wise banker once told a man who was getting married that you've signed your personal guarantee. You're unlikely to have any board seat, no voting rights, and you rank lowest in dividend payments. So, those of you who are in marriages, there are issues that will remain unresolved. My mom has encountered, things that have happened which she thinks is completely my father's fault, and he denies it. So after countless confrontations and tears, I think they learn one of life's hard lessons, which is that sometimes you just have to move on and let it go and leave the issue unresolved, because love is greater than who is right and who is wrong. But for the record, my dad's never right. Speaking of being right, what is also needed is to be truthful, even if the truth hurts. So my father runs a small business, and when you're the guy at the top, you're invincible, right? You forget what it's like to be at the bottom. And so people are afraid to give you feedback, except, of course, for my mom. My mom is not afraid to give my dad feedback. And, there's this inner child in all of us that comes out sometimes where we hold grudges on people, we refuse to forgive. But my mom holds my dad accountable to being a good human being, and that has made him a better boss. What's more important than being a better boss is being each other's true friend. So over the past few decades, my mom has lost friends, some of them through illnesses, but also quite a few through betrayals. So if we think about it, right, beyond the nice holidays, the romantic gestures, what really matters is showing up for someone. And what does that mean? So my dad has relentlessly shown up for my mom. And showing up is going to that work event, even if it bores the death out of you. Showing up is doing favor after favor for your in-laws. It is scolding your son for being disrespectful to his mom. It is waking up at 2 a.m., to someone's rambling. So you see, the hard thing about hard things is that sometimes showing up challenges, the core of who you are. And you don't want to do it, but you do it anyways. So amidst this raging pandemic, I did not have to travel far. I did not have to traverse mountains and seas in search of wisdom for the next chapter in my life. I only had to look within my own household to realize that I became the person I am. I became a believer that love does save us all, out of the strength of my parents' marriage. So join me in raising your glass to mom and dad, the only rock I've ever known. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel, and congratulations. And yes, I'll have to agree with you there. The lady is always right. And sorry, guys, you are always wrong. On that note, I'm going to invite our third speaker. And no, KJ, you're not included, okay? You're always right. Toastmaster KJ Lee, he is going to attempt from the motivational strategies pathway, project number 3, speech level 3, with his speech title 3 Moments. But before that, could I please invite his evaluator, Toastmaster Vanessa Yap, to read out his speech objectives. Over to you, Toastmaster Vanessa Yap.
Hi, KJ. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice writing and delivering a speech that inspires others. The purpose of the speech is for the member to inspire the audience. All the best, KJ.
KJ Lee, 3 moments. 3 moments. KJ Lee, over to you.
Living in this world for so many years, I'm sure every one of us have been through a lot of different moments. Each and every moment represent a story. It might be a happy one, it might be a sad one, even might be a life-changing one. And you see, all you need is one impactful moment to change who you really are. We can be who we are, but after the moment, we can be totally different people after the experience. I believe each and every one of us, once we meet someone, once we do something, when that happens, we will change. And here I will share 3 stories of different moments in my life that changes me. When I was a kid, I'm a lazy kid, I would say. Because since young, I always don't do my homework. I always have a lot of trouble for my parents. I don't do it. I lost my homework, this and that. My teacher have to call my parents for so many times. And my father is the one who beats me a lot. Every time when he beat me, I feel that maybe I have a thick skin. I'm not afraid of being beat. And there is no effect. I still continue not to do my homework. And one day, after he noticed that this method doesn't work, he came to me and he took a rubber band. He rolled it up through his arm until till his arm. And then he pulled out the rubber band and he let go. Pap, pap. And he said, KJ, I'm sorry. It's my fault that I don't have enough time for you. While he was doing that, I'm able to see that his white sleeve slowly have some red stain. And then he really hit himself very hard. From that on, I felt really touched. That is one moment where I learned how to be responsible, because doing homework is my responsible when I was young. That moment, I do feel that for him, it's just a moment that he thinking of a way to teach a kid. But instead, for my moment, it's not just to do homework, but instead it's learning how to be responsible. While I grew up and I'm in the working, you see, ladies and gentlemen, do you ever feel that you feel tired of your work? Where you have been doing so many things and you feel like there is no result, it's tedious, it's been repeating again and again, you don't have to perform, you can't perform. Well, I have that moment. But during that time, my one stress level is when I see him. Because every time when I can't perform, Every time when I look at him, there goes 2 hours of my life. KJ, why are you not performing? Why are you doing this? Why are you not doing this? Why are you doing that? And why are you not doing that? And all those. It's so tiring. After it goes for about 2 months, and I noticed that this has to change. So I walk up to his room, go over, sat down one-to-one. And I told him, I said, Dad, I'm sorry. So this is what I'm thinking. And actually, to be honest, this is what I did. So I actually confess what I did wrongly and expect him to whack me back. But instead, he actually looked at me and he smiled. He said he is glad that I admit my own mistakes. He's glad that I be honest with myself. And he said from there, the more important part is not about doing things wrong, but instead you know that you made mistake and you learn and change from there. That is more important. In that moment, when I chat with him, I learned to be honest with my mistakes. So that is the second moment. Now, the third one is the recent one. Recently, I've been hanging out with him a lot. I mean, in this company, I've been working for 6-7 years, but I rarely work with him, like really physically work with him together. But recently, I work with him a lot. 1 week, I work with him twice. At least 2 days, I'll be working with him. And throughout all this moment while I'm working with him, we are able to share a lot of ideas. He is able to teach me, guide me in a lot of philosophy in life, different things on how to be a dad, how to train your kids, and all these things, all those experience that he has, all this precious experience that he has been sharing with me a lot. And I believe that I'm making a right decision for spending so much time with him. As you see, ladies and gentlemen, each and every one of us here have a time limit. And we don't know when is the ending. Including my ending, I don't know. His ending, I don't know. But what I know is I have to do something to make sure I don't regret. And this is when I see to learn this moment, for me to learn how to be appreciate of this precious moment with me and my dad. In conclusion, 3 different moments to teach me to be responsible, to be honest, and to appreciate people around me. See, in a lot of moments, we are able to learn something. How about you? Try to think of your life. We have been living for so many years. Do you have the moments that you are happy, that you are sad, that you have important people coming into your life? Does that moment, those moments impact you a little, a lot? It changed you entirely? Yes or no? So those are the things that we can think and we can ask ourselves. I have a great dad. And I believe all of us here, we have great parents too. There is definitely something we can learn to be just like them or learn from them. Today, we are who we are because of our parents. And at the end of this speech, I would like to say, I know, I can feel that my dad really loves me. And I want to say this to him. Papa, 我爱你. Thank you. Over to you.
Toastmaster KJ, what a touching speech. 3 moments and all about your dad. 我爱你 indeed. I also want to say 我爱你 to my dad, okay? Lovely. We're coming down now to our 4th and last speech for the evening. Before I introduce our speaker, I would like to welcome her mentors, David and Margaret Fisher. Thank you very much for joining in to support Toastmaster Diane Law. Toastmaster Diane Law is attempting her high-level performance project. This is her 2nd speech with the speech title in the end. The high-level performance project is part of the requirement for her to achieve the distinguished Toastmaster. Toastmaster Diane is going to be our 2nd distinguished Toastmaster in Elite Toastmasters family. And for the benefit of the guests, This is the highest achievement that a Toastmaster can achieve in his or her Toastmaster journey. Before I invite Toastmaster Diane to give her speech, I'd like to invite her speech evaluator, DTM Christopher Chom, to please read out her speech objectives. Over to you, Toastmaster Christopher.
Thank you very much to the Toastmasters of the evening, Aruna. Diane is going to pursue her speech, which is presenting the results in part of her HPL. So I am here very honored to be evaluating and to be giving her some pointers on the final speech for this, before she actually get the HPL submitted officially. So I'll be looking forward to her speech. And back to you, Aruna.
Diane Law, in the end, Diane Law, over to you.
It started with a member telling us she was leaving because of lack of support. She was also leaving because of a mentor who did not know how to support her. A few other senior members and myself sat down and said that something can and needs to be done about this. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests, this was how the mentoring circle of elite Toastmasters was rejuvenated. To be honest, I was skeptical about using this as my high performance leadership, my HPL, but I am glad that in the end, I did use it as my HPL since March 2020. The learnings which I have gathered are too many to share, but I would like to share with you the highlights and the challenges that I have faced throughout this journey. Some highlights: I learned about the power of active listening and just being able to connect. I learned there's a reason why we say you speak once, you listen twice. And that's what I did in the mentoring circles. That's pretty much 95% of what I did. I learned to listen to all the mentors and to be in a position to seek first to understand rather than to be understood. Some senior Toastmasters as well who are part of this and have long established their own way of mentoring, they showed me something new as well, which also leads me to learning the importance of balancing structure and flexibility. I learned that using the pathways guide, the mentoring guide that they have provided, such as the mentor self-assessment, the protege self-assessment, and the protege success plan, it was able to guide the new mentors, to guide their new mentees for them to find common ground. It was so powerful how just being able to establish how often will you meet? What are some of your short-term goals? What are your possible long-term goals that Toastmasters can help you with? Some of these powerful questions that new mentors could just ask their new mentees. And as for those seasoned mentors, in doing with their style, it was working. And that's when I learned, why stand in the way if it works? Well, one is an apple, one is an orange, and yet we're all fruits in the end. For a bird's eye view in conducting this HPL and this mentoring circle, what has it done for us as a club? I just checked that our renewals for our club is 30 members. We started off with 36. I was reading and watching and observing to see why did we have 6 members leaving us. And the main thing that came out of it was that they all had to leave because of other obligations. And not one, even one of my mentees who has recently left, I had to ask, and all of them have said it is not because a lack of support. This is one of the greatest news I've ever heard for me in starting this project. And from this, we have gained a balance between our senior members and also the new members, the balance of retention and a strategy that we have tried to implement for so many years, and this is how it is possibly working. Also, this mentoring circle has taken off beyond the club. District 51 has started to embrace it. It was thanks to Chen Chun, who invited me to encourage and facilitate some workshops. From here, it has grown to a lot of other clubs asking us to sit in for our mentoring circles. I've actually been asked by one club, and I've assisted a club in conducting their own mentoring circle. I'm still getting some inquiries as well about a mentoring circle, and there have been invitations to just talk about mentoring itself. This has grown way beyond our club. The challenges, there are always going to be challenges, and some of the challenges that I'm still facing, and it's keeping the commitment. Consistency is key, but it is a huge key, I can tell you that. Some sessions from the meetings have been fruitful. Some have been mundane, I have to say, and some were just, it made me wonder, was this meeting even necessary? Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, this started with a member leaving because of a lack of support. But from this HPL, with the guidance from my own mentors, it has shown me the highlights of listening and connecting, finding the balance between structure and flexibility, and certainly a bird's eye view, a tearing bird's eye view clearly. Keeping the commitment is an ongoing challenge. But the mentoring circle, I am proud to say, from this project has been rejuvenated. And in the end, this is only the beginning. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Wow, Toastmaster Diane, we could all really feel your emotion. And I have to say, on behalf of Elite family, we are so, so proud of you. You'll forever be our mama bear. Could I invite everyone to please unmute and please give a standing ovation to Toastmaster Diane. Congratulations to our
DTM, Diane.
brand new DTM Toastmaster Diane.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Guys, not
And
yet,
we're
not
looking
yet.
forward to
Well
more
done.
and more mentoring circles from
Okay.
you.
Okay, guys, not
Distinguished
yet.
Toastmaster Diane.
Not yet, not yet.
Even though it's
I'm
not
still
yet, it's
waiting.
almost on the way. Almost on the way.
Okay.
We are getting excited for you now itself.
Okay, okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Okay,
Just a
congratulations.
special shout out to both my mentors, David and Margaret. They have actually, I told them about this as an update, but they said that they wanted to show up, and it is because of them that I learned the power of showing up as not just as a Toastmaster, but certainly as a mentor. Thank you so much, David. Thank you so much, Margaret.
Toastmaster David and Margaret Fisher, would you like to say a few words to Toastmaster Diane?
Congratulations, Diane. Yeah, congratulations, Diane. To us, it was never. It was always going to be that Diane was going to progress to distinguished Toastmaster and be a leader, because she is a leader, and the fact that she's just stepped into every role she's been given and she's taken the lead on so many occasions. She is inspiring, and I will say that to her, that she is inspiring. She doesn't believe that, but that's the way it is.
Diane listened and learned. I remember when she started with Elite Toastmasters, she was very, very unsettled at the beginning, and now she's Mama Bear. I think that's fantastic to see. She has listened and she has implemented what she's learned, and she's now teaching people how to do that as well. So fantastic, Diane.
Thank you very much for your sharing, Toastmaster David and Margaret Fisher. Congratulations, Mama Bear Diane. All right, now my role has come to a slight intermission now. I'm going to pass over the control to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Icelone. Where are you? Toastmaster Icelone,
Yes. Hi.
over to you.
All right, thank you so much, our Toastmaster of the evening, Aruna. First and foremost, can everyone give a big round of applause to Aruna as well? Thank you, Aruna, for doing such a wonderful job and having such a high energy even after work, after a very long day. She's still putting out setting out the meeting with such a high energy. So, if not, I'm not mistaken, Aruna, is this your first time taking up the role as TME? Yes, amazing job as well. Another round of applause for you, Aruna. Thank you so much. All right, so coming up right up is where we provide constructive feedback to each other. And it is our goal in Toastmaster. We always
Toastmaster
have
Icelone,
Yes.
I'm sorry. Our SAA just reminded me that I haven't called for the vote. Maybe you can call for the vote
Yes,
for
no
the best
worries. So
speaker.
come,
Thank you,
let's
you.
just vote for the best speaker first. So all right, so shall we just count down for the voting in 3, 2, 1? All right, wonderful. So coming up right up is where we provide constructive feedback to each other, as our goals in Toastmaster is always to help each other on learning and improving ourselves. So first of all, let's welcome our very first evaluator of the evening, Vance, who will be evaluating Taylor's speech. Yep. Vance, are you there?
Thank you, Icelone.
All right.
Okay, first, I want to tell Taylor you did a very good job. I can feel the charisma in your soul. And I want to share that some point that I really think is very good. The first one is I really love your energy, and I really love your vibe in a way. When you first start saying, I can feel a lot of energy in you, and you wanted to share. And as an audience, my mind is like more ready to listen, like what Taylor going to share to me today. And the thing that you have improved from the previous speech is your vocal variety is more high pitch. Instead we talk like, today I am like that, and you talk in a higher speech, which feel more energetic. And the second thing that I really like about your speech is your content is rich of information, and you give a lot of example that all of us will be familiar with, like Steve Jobs. Everyone know about Steve Jobs. You're not giving some weird example to everyone. You give an example that everyone know about him. So as an audience, I feel connected to the speech that you're trying to share to us. And the third point that I really like is you giving more example, and you give the example to let all of us visualize. And the best part that I like is you let us to visualize we are the gorilla. So in that point, I actually really visualize myself as a gorilla. Then a lot of angel beside me. I feel so good, and I like the energy. So I can feel the charisma that you're trying to portray to us. Next, there's some part you may want to improve is I like your vocal variety. You may maintain your vocal variety, maintain your high speech. Because I realized when Hasno timer turn into red, your vocal variety become lower because I can feel you're nervous. Maybe the timer was almost end. Okay, the maintain the energy is very important for the whole speech. Let me give you example. Like back then when I was DJ, so before the best timing is on 12 p.m. So speech is something like that. So before the club start, the energy will be slowly going up. So until the peak one, everyone expect more. So the energy will be maintained like that. So until the end of the speech, the energy will be slowly going down. So as an audience, we feel comfortable. I hope Taylor, you get what I'm trying to portray, what I'm trying to say. And maybe Taylor can try to slow down your speech. Sometimes your content is very good. I really like it, but I hardly to digest because there was too many information that I'm trying to absorb. My mind, too many information, don't know which to focus with. But overall, it's very good. I really get the message that you're trying to tell me. And last but not least, I hope Taylor can maintain the charisma and try to not read the notes because I can see when in the end I can see that you're trying to read the notes. Okay, and back to you, Aruna. Back to you, Aislon.
All right. Thank you so much, Vance. So thank you so much, Vance, for your evaluation. And I really like that how you started off your evaluation with very authentic feeling towards a speaker. And then you follow up with a very organized structure in your evaluation that you've given out a lot of point form, like one by one, and even put in some very personal example on your experience. Some points of improvements for you is perhaps that the next time you might need to speed up a little bit on your evaluations. Notice a bit about timer so you know where to speed up to quickly finish up your evaluation. But I can clearly see that you have improved a lot from your previous evaluation, and well done, Vance. All right, and coming up next, I'd like to welcome our second evaluator of the day, which is Ming Yan, who will be evaluating Rachel's speech. So, Ming Yan, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Aislon. Where's Rachel? Oh, Rachel is here. Well, Rachel, congratulations to your marriage to be, and it really surprised us and it surprised all of us because it reminds me of how we really enjoy those yam sing moment in the wedding ceremony. So when you stood up that time and when you inform us that you are going to get married this year, so I'm really excited. And there are two strengths of you that I would like to point out. The first one is you have a very good structure. You actually tell us what are the pre-requirements to get married, the 3 points. So those who are getting married, please comply to these 3 points before you get married. And you even give us the examples of your parents. So what if that situations happens, how can you deal with that issues in marriage? Then the second strength is you have a good tone because you actually dedicated different tone to different situations. So when you talk about those sad moments, you have those more empathetical voice. If I'm not mistaken, I think you have one sad message, and then it kind of creates those social bondings, is empathetical feelings. And of course, you have a good smile, because a good smile in this occasion is a very suitable communications, facial expressions. So it really suits the occasions. Now, if I may to suggest 2 points of improvement, so perhaps the first one, if you could have a more stronger grounding, as in a more stronger uh, posture, because you are trying to move back and forth. So maybe you are nervous, so it kind of distract the audience. So the second one is because this is a toast given by you in for your marriage. So what you could do is actually you show us a lot of examples of your parents having confrontations. How are they going to solve the issues? So perhaps you could add in more about your up and downs moments before your marriage, and what are you going to do or apply that 3 points in your marriage to create that up and downs moments to have a greater emotional depth. So in conclusion, I really like your toast because it surprises and it reminds us, especially during this MCO where we can't gather physically. So there are two strengths of you. You have good structure, you have a good tone and smile. Then the point of improvement perhaps is on your grounding, your positions, and also more ups and downs in your speech. Thank you. I'm very looking forward to your next speech. Thank you. Over to you, Iceland.
All right, thank you, Mingyan, for evaluation. All right, Mingyan always has a very soft and gentle voice, and I like it a lot. It makes the whole evaluation has a very warm feeling. And you also have a very organized structure in the evaluation where you come up with a lot of good points, and then you slowly dive into the point of improvement. And the best part of your evaluation is that you have a very good conclusion, that you conclude all the highlights that you have done for your speakers. Well done, Mingyan. And next up, we will have evaluator Vanessa, who will be evaluating KJ's speech. And Vanessa, the stage is yours.
Hi. Hi, KJ. It's been a while since I listened to your speech, so good job on that. Every time I listen to KJ's speech, I will feel the sincerity of you trying to bring out values in your speech. Same for today. So today in your speech, 3 memories. What I can feel throughout your speech is that I feel that you're a persuasive speaker, you are a sincere speaker, and you are a confident speaker. Why would I say you're a persuasive speaker? The reason is because you would always give us real life examples that you have experienced. It's not something brand new. It's not an idea. It's something that you have experienced. So we can kind of relate to the real life stories that you want to share with us. Sincere. Every time I listen to your speech, I feel that you really want to share something that you have experienced, your own original stories with us. So like today, you have shared your 3 memories, and these 3 memories all relates to your relationship with your dad. And I can really feel that the values that you're trying to bring today. So thirdly, you are very confident in the sense that your body language and the eye contact you make with the audience make us feel comfortable and make us feel that you are a confident speaker. The next one would be on your strength of the content. So in your today's speech, I realized that the way you structure your content is in a way that there's a hook between 3 memories. The first one being your childhood memories with your dad. The second one being your previous work experience with your dad. And then the third one will be your current work experience with your dad. And I would like to challenge you to maybe improve on your structure of your content by adding like an impactful questions
at the end of your speech. Because towards the end of your speech, you have actually asking audience quite a number of questions. So maybe you can give us a number of pauses to let the audience think about all those questions before you proceed to the next point. So I would also like to challenge you to use a different tonality in your speech so that it would be more impactful to the audience as well as you speak. So to summarize, I think that today you have delivered a very uplifting and heartwarming speech, and you have definitely achieved your speech objective today and delivered a very heartwarming and moving speech. Good job on that, KJs, and I hope to listen to your next speech soon. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Vanessa, for your evaluation. And I like that whenever you evaluate someone, you always straight to the point. You even concluded KJ's speech with 3 keywords: persuasive, sincere, and confident. Then you elaborate from there. All right, some point of improvement for you, Vanessa, is perhaps the next time you can position yourself a bit further away from the camera, as I noticed that you have a lot of hand gesture, but all of this is like happening under the camera. Yeah, so I only can see a thumbs up and down like this. Yeah, so I will be more interesting to see the whole hand gesture. Thank you so much, Vanessa. And next, I would like to welcome our last evaluator of the evening, Christopher. And over to you, Christopher.
Thank you very much, Sloan. Good evening, everyone. My name is Chris, and I'm here very honored to evaluate and give my point of view to our so-called Mama Bear of the club, which is Diane Law. Diane tonight has pursued a very interesting speech from the High Performance Leadership Manual, and this is her final speech for that manual, which is to deliver the results on how the journey of the whole entire project goes. As a project owner and as a project manager, she chosen this mentoring circle as her project to help people and to help members of the club. Needless to say, from her speech, you have heard that this mentoring program or this mentoring circle did not only help the club, but it has been also adopted by other clubs, and in fact, by the area and even the district has invited her to share. This has clearly endorsed that her project is very well done in a way that people has recognized her recognition of what you have done, and even invited her to speak and to share her experience. So well done, and this has clearly shown that this project is successful. So good job. The sharing is, for me to share about how the sharing goes is, as you know, Diane is a very eloquent, very confident, and as you can hear, she speaks very soft, and she really sounds like a mama bear, right? She really sounds like a Care Bear talking to you. The Care Bear, as you know, is one of the cartoons or animation that was made famous back in 1980s, where there are a group of bears that shows a belly and brings out some magic. Well, I can really rest assured she does have a belly, but her belly has more things to share, and she has clearly colored many members' life and journey. Rainbow to unicorns to anything, she has it. She is like the Doraemon of the club. So with this, I would like to share on how can she basically share the stories to be more effective. Now, my point of view is that this is a journey. This is a journey of you sharing your journey of your success. It is endorsed that this project is very successful. If I would be given this opportunity to deliver this speech, I would definitely deliver in a way that, guys, this is my journey or my story. I started with a member who left the club. And I wonder why that member left the club. So I picked up the phone and I give her a call. After half an hour, I managed to find out a few things. And then you go on. And from the learning, what have you learned? So I learned to be a very good listener, a very tentative listener. And I learned to be very caring. And I learned to be this. And that goes to your points. So from a story, a lesson learned, you relate to what you have learned. So we can then understand your journey. So this is how I would rather put it in a way that you put on the story and you put on the learning. You put on the story and you put on learning. Because I'm very sure throughout this whole thing, you do have challenges as well. So what happened? What happened is like you try to convince someone and that someone feel that he's the Mr. Know-it-all and he slam you down. So this is one of the challenges as well. So you could have shared something about that. So you could share some stories about challenges. And that's how we can then understand and relate to your story and the learning, the story and the learning. And then you conclude it. Well, guess what? I have so much learning. Not all floors or not all grounds are going to be smooth. Even icebergs are always looking small on top, but a bigger chunk is at the bottom. Always have challenges. We are only at the tip of the iceberg, but I'm very sure I will learn more together. So something like that. And you end a very inspiring note. And then you can just take a last one moment to thank your mentors who are here with us tonight. So this is how I would remake the speech and recover it and make it more interesting. Of course, it is very emotional as well as we share some stories. I do that as well. It is one of my weakness that I always cry and always tear up as well. That's me. Just as we belong to the same group. And I just hope that this is something that I can share with you tonight. I hope that you can just take this up and look forward to the next speech. Congratulations to you, the distinguished Toastmasters of the distinguished Toastmasters of to be Diane Law. Back to you. Thank you very much.
All right. So as always, Christopher, your evaluation is very insightful and analytical. I like that you always evaluate a speaker as a whole person, and today's your evaluation is very authentic and very personal towards Diane as well. And as a listener, I always had a lot to learn in your evaluation for my next speech as well. Thank you so much, Chris. And now let us move forward to our vote. Can our SAA just put out a vote for our best evaluator of the evening? Okay, so we'll count down the vote in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so let us move on to our grammarians report. Wait, should I this or should I pass back to Aruna? Yeah.
You can introduce me. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So let us move on to our grammarian report.
Sure. Would like to share screen. All right. Can everyone see my screen right now? Wait a moment. All right. Can everyone see my screen? Just give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen.
Good.
All right, cool. All right, so congratulations first of all to everyone, because just now I asked everyone to unmute. So at least everyone has mentioned the word of the day, efficacious for once. And on top of that, Aruna had mentioned another one time, Hasto have mentioned another one time, and our guest Aizat also mentioned another one time. So kudos to all the
Sorry, would you mind
speakers who
zoom in
have
a little bit? Zoom in a little bit.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay,
The view.
moment.
Yeah, view. Top, up there, view. The tab.
Okay.
No, the tab. Yeah.
Not
yeah.
this one?
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Good.
cool.
Thanks.
All right, so moment. Right now I'm blocking myself. Okay, so in terms of the mispronunciations, I think these are the common pronunciation that we make, especially for Chinese educated background. We do have all these challenges in terms of pronunciations, the words starting from A and V. So for the word of the day is efficacious. Efficacious. Sorry, it's not air, it's efficacious. And then it's not air tire, it's tire. So it's the sound, it's not the air sound. So the very is a common mistake from especially for the Chinese educated speakers. You have to bite your lips. So it's like very, you gotta bite your sexy lips so that you pronounce the V instead of the W. So it's very, okay? And the phrase it should be phrase instead of face. The PH sound should be fatigue instead of fatigue. So for charisma and charismatic, it could be very confusing. Yes, English could be very confusing. It should be charisma, charisma. But when you talk about charismatic, yes, it is charismatic. So it's not charisma, it's charisma. And it's personality, not personality. So personality. Athlete is athlete, not athlete. It's not Olympic, it's Olympic. Again, it's not O. So English is very confusing again. So it's adapt, not adapt, it's adapt. And this information is not information. I know it is FO, but it sounds for FE, information. And I got a complaint from the crowd saying that the word of the day isn't very good because everyone been saying very good for many times. So here are my suggestions for you to replace the very good. Instead of saying very good, you can use magnificent and marvelous, amazing and awesome, splendid, stupendous, it's not stupid, stupendous and splendiferous, brilliant, outstanding, remarkable, fantastic, impressive, terrified, exceptional, or one of the words that Chenchu love to use, first class and world class. About the timer, I can't really see the timer right now, so just stop me if I'm over time. So in terms of the per structure, per sentence structure, at the 1 minute, it should be at 1 minute. Repeat again is just a repetitive of the word itself. It should be just repeat. Make the audience ease should be make the audience at ease. Into my toes, I think it should be to my toes. Thank about the experience should be thank for the experience. I still continue not do my homework. It is a little bit of literally translating from Mandarin. It should be, I was still not doing my homework. Do you ever feel that you feel tired? It's a little bit repetitive. It should be, have you ever felt? So it should be a past participle. So to be appreciate, it could be to appreciate or to be grateful for. More high pitch is like a double comparison. It should be higher pitch. You trying to, you are trying to. So a verb is missing there. They some part, there are some part. Again, verb is missing. Vocal variety is getting lower. I suppose you are meaning, what you mean is your voice is softer because vocal variety actually explain the whole package of the voice itself. So you cannot just generalize it by saying vocal variety is getting lower. I hardly to digest, it should be I can hardly digest. Yum sing ceremony for the benefit of non-Mandarin speaker, it should be joint toasting ceremony. More stronger, again, is a double comparison, so it should be stronger. So some of the outstanding use of the English language by Joanna, have roof over your head and have food on your table. Aruna, make lemonade and drink it with a big smile. Ashley, let's take less time to think and more time to volunteer yourself. Isaac, yes, I'm here, but suddenly I'm not here. I just liked it. And Taylor Yap, convey the sense of presence and imagine that you are the big gorilla when you're walking into the big room. Rachel Leung, mentally explore or travel. I'm sort of missing that word, but I love that sentence. In the search of inspiration, agree to disagree. Love is greater than who is right and who is wrong, but woman is always right, just for the record. And in search of the wisdom of the next chapter of my life, love does save us all. KJ Lee, each and every one of us has a time limit. Diane, you speak once, you listen twice. To understand rather than to be understood, consistency is the key and it is a huge key. Rachel, I think you mentioned about the power of showing up and Diane mentioned it as well. Christopher, she has more to share in her belly. Hopefully she's not pregnant. All right, with that, I can see my time is up. I would like to pass back the control to the general evaluator, Iceland. Thank you so much.
What an impressive grammarian report. Let's give a big round of applause to Yi, sharing such a detailed report, and I felt like I'm back in the school time. Thank you so much, our teacher Yi, for this amazing class. Okay, so now let us move on to our next R counter report by Juliana. Over to you, Juliana.
Okay, thank you, Iceland. Let me share my screen first. Please let me know if everyone can see my screen.
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
Got it? Okay, great. So this is my counter report. Before I go on to the details of this, I just want to share a little bit about the importance of the why we actually emphasize on the counters, the filler words, etc., and also how we can reduce this. So first of all, why is it important to keep track and being aware of our filler words is because it will affect the credibility of the speaker as you are perceived by that this person is not, he or she is not certain of the topic or message he or she is delivering if you're constantly using the etc. And how we can reduce this is by not being afraid of the silence. It's okay to take a time to pause when you are thinking. So it's okay to be pausing and take a deep breath and take control of the pace before we start speaking again. We can also speak slower so that we can process the thoughts and then churn out the words with the minds and words. So with that, if I move on to the report as to the usage of the filler words for today, Mingyan 11 times. So I'm also using the also as I present this report. Suwan also used the filler words. Joanna twice of so. Vanessa Yap of so. Taylor Yap once of Diane had although it was an excellent speech, Diane. Ashley also had filler words and so, and Yi also twice of Aruna 3 times. You didn't go to 14. We had our guest as well, good try, but we had some filler words also used by our guests, Kivyar as well as Billy, and also Aizat, Chris, and finally Wens as well, 3 times of use of And with that, I end my counter report. Back to you, Aislon.
Thank you so much, Juliana, our Arcada Juliana. Thank you so much. Instead of just sharing the report, I like how Juliana gave us a lot of suggestions on how can we improve our speech by avoiding all these filler words at the very beginning of the report. Well done, Juliana. And let us move on to our timekeepers report. Hasnu, over to you, Hasnu.
Thank you. Thank you, Aislon. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen now? I hope everybody can see my screen.
Yeah. Yes, we can see now.
All right, thank you. All right, so since we have started our meeting 1 minute late, then it seems that we are far behind from schedule. And I would like to touch more on the 3 main items, especially on the prepared speech and also evaluations. Look like the prepared speech have been exceeded more than 3 minutes. And for the evaluations, also the evaluation is over time. And the challenge with having this one is despite the speaker do have a good speech and good key points, but it also affected the credibility of the speaker. Yeah. So myself and everybody, as a friendly reminder, we need to aware the time given. Therefore, our speaker, our credibility as a speaker will be improved. Yeah. Okay, that's all for me. Back to you, Ashton.
Thank you, our timer, Hasnu. As usual, Hasnu is always meticulous on his report, and he also gave us some personal feedback on how can we keep aware of the time during our speech as well. Thank you so much, Hasnu, and let us go through some of the speakers today that haven't got their evaluation. First of all, we have our SAA Kim Leong. Thank you so much, Kim Leong, for starting the meeting and controlling over the Zoom. Well done, Kim Leong. Good job, Kim Leong. And next we have our president speech, which is given by EE. And thank you so much, EE, for stepping out for Hasnu when he's not able to make it for a meeting and you help him. And also ends with a very nice quote from Winston Churchill. And next we move on to Joanna Toast and a very heartfelt message that reminds us always appreciate our life more. And next we have our Toastmaster of the evening, Aruna. And again, big round of applause to Aruna. Wonderful job, well done. Amazing energy, and you always find chances to insert meaningful message in between each session. Well done, Aruna. Thank you so much. And next we have our table topic master, Ashley. So Ashley today has prepared a lot of meaningful topic, which is very related to our team today. And I like her flexibility on how fast she can able to change the topic when our participants have facing problem with the topic. And next we can move on to the Suwan. And again, Suwan always surprises us with his creativity. He always utilizes the tools around him to make his speech more lively, like how he take on the cellophane tape and tap on his face. I think everyone can remember that very well. So next time we don't hold our earphone anymore, can straight away just stick on it. Okay, thank you. Well done, Suwan. And I think that's all for my part today. And I would like to pass the control back to Aruna.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Aislon. We are running a little bit late. Therefore, I'm going to keep it short and simple. I'll have to say, in summary for tonight, I really enjoyed our meeting. Less is definitely more. We've had so many meaningful speeches for today. So many first-timers have stepped up and showed us what they have in their roles. Excellent. Kudos to everyone. Well done. Congratulations to Toastmaster Diane. Once again, I can't help it. I have to say it more and more. I'm so proud of you. Now it comes to the final part of our meeting, which is presentation of the certificates. I'm going to call upon Toastmaster Suwan to provide some background music for us or some background drum roll for us. Can we start off with the best table topics speaker? Drum roll, please. Everyone unmute. And the winner goes to Toastmaster Kivya. Kivya, if you're not already a Toastmaster, this is your chance to apply and please join us in Elite Toastmasters Club.
Not yet.
Yay.
Thank you. Yay. Excellent. Okay. Now, do we need to take a photo? Yes?
Then we got the photo already.
We got that photo. Excellent. Great. Yeah. Okay. Now we're moving on to the next award, the best prepared speech. Drum roll, please. And of course, none other than Toastmaster Diane Law. Excellent. Congratulations.
Bear with the cat.
Excellent. Fantastic. Finally, our last award for the night, Best Evaluator. Drum roll, please. Toastmaster Christopher.
Whoa, yay!
Excellent. Thank you everyone for coming for yet another wonderful meeting. My job is over as TME, and I'm going to hand over the controls to our president, Toastmaster Hasnul, to wrap it up for tonight. Over to you, Toastmaster Hasnul.
Thank you, Aruna. Thank you for bringing us from the beginning until now. So I'm so excited. So I hope everybody also excited and stay with us from the beginning until now. So thank you, Gigi, for stepping up and replace and delivering a very lovely president opening. Yeah, and I would like to kudos to Vance. I'm so amazed when Vance delivered her evaluations. She had improved her evaluations, and in fact, she do have a vocal tonation. So superb. Congratulations, Vance. You have improved a lot. And now let's move the spotlight to our guest for tonight. For guests, appreciate your feedbacks. What's your experience from the beginning until to these sessions. And can we have our guest Kivya to share your feedbacks and what's your experience?
Okay, I find it a very interesting platform that everyone is actually so friendly, and the opportunity that everyone got to share their speech and all, it was amazing. I find it a very cool platform. The way at the end you guys evaluate the grammar bit by bit, it was really interesting. Good job. Yeah.
Thank you, Kivya. Appreciate your feedback and congratulations as a table topic winner. Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. And Brian, do you want to share your feedbacks?
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm talking to you from Manchester in UK.
Wow.
I've been a Toastmaster now for the best part of 20 years and started off my Toastmasters career in Bangkok. And then I've worked in Malaysia in a place called Sitiawan. You probably know it, Lumut in Perak.
Yes.
And I've been to Ipoh quite a few times. I've attended the Ipoh and YMCA meetings over there. And now I belong to the Manchester Speakers Club. Nice to see people wanting to improve their English. Try to develop your words, your phrases, as your grammarian pointed out. Try to get your vocabulary right. Do not try to copy too much the modern social media type of wordings. You get these words like coming in too often. And really try to avoid social media English. It's not very good. But thank you for having me. I've enjoyed it. And good luck to you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you for your valuable feedback. And hopefully you will come again and join us on the next meeting.
Sure,
Yeah?
certainly will. Yeah.
Good. And let's move on to our next guest, Chris. You want to share your feedback and you mind to open your video?
Hello. The first thing I'd like to say. Oh, was that me? Oh, sorry about that. The first thing I'd like to say is that I think that this meeting was efficacious and it's really helpful. I really enjoyed my time here. This is my second time participating in the meeting, so I sort of knew what was going to happen at the end, but it still doesn't change the fact that it's still such an experience. It's still such a great time. And I hope to spend more time in Toastmasters maybe as a guest and maybe potentially as a member in the future, but we'll have to see.
Thank you, Chris. You are welcome to join us again in our next meeting. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to our next guest, Louis Wei Jing. Louis, you want to open your camera and share with us your feedbacks and what's your experience to
Hello guys. Hi.
Yes.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, sorry, because I just listened for 15 minutes, so I couldn't comment much. So I hope in the future I will join again to see what's happening from starting beginning and so I possible I will get the comments in future.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. Thank you for joining to our Toastmaster meeting. Yeah. And to guess, if you want to know more details about Elite Toastmaster Club and the Toastmaster program, feel free to keep in touch with our Vice President of Memberships, Suwan. He will share with you all the details about our club and the Toastmaster program as well. And before I close our meeting for tonight, I would like to give a big thank you to everybody, members and guests who are attending to our meeting for today. And I would like to give a big thank you for a first time role play who take up challenge, courage, and overcome their fear. Those members are Jolana and Aruna. Congratulations, yeah. And now, to all guests, you're welcome to join us again in our next meetings. Yeah, and to all members, see you again in next meeting. Stay safe and good night. Bye bye.
Thanks,
Bye
guys.
bye.